Good morning. Good morning, all, and welcome to this lecture of electronics, in which we were studying uh, FATE and MOSFET. We have already completed FATE, field effect transistor, in the last lecture. Right, today we are going to continue with the same portion of that, the extension of field effect transistor, that is MOSFET. Right. Let me introduce myself. Dr. N.D. Mishram, Head and Associate Professor, Department of Electronics, Sri Mathura Das Mohta College of Science, Nagpur. And today we are going to start with this MOSFET, metal oxide silicon field effect transistor. Right. So here we are going to do that. And yeah, so let us begin with that. The introduction, you have already studied what is the field that due to which the transistor is going to change its resistance. So let us start with that. So in today's class, we are going to have the outline as the main topics to be addressed in this presentation are the following. These are review of the basic structure and operation of eMOSFET. I guess it is visible to you. And yeah, internal structure of eMOSFETs. eMOSFETs means enhancement MOSFET. Actually, there are two types of MOSFETs. eMOSFET, that is enhancement MOSFET, and the other one is the DMOSFET, that is depletion MOSFET. Right. So these two are there. So we are going to study the basic structure and operation of eMOSFET, internal structure of enhancement MOSFET, then static characteristics and dynamic characteristics of eMOSFET. Similarly, what are the losses that comes under this eMOSFET, right? So we are going to study this in depth. Let us start with that. So what is the structure, basic structure of the eMOSFET, right? So the basic structure looks like something like this. So if you see this, uh, you'll be able to see again. Now you know what is P-type and N-type material. So we are having a substrate over there on which a P-type extrinsic semiconductor is being doped. Now, as you know that this is a P-type, so it contains the positive holes and two small blue regions which are shown over here on both the sides. These blue regions are a heavily doped N-type extrinsic semiconductor. It contains electrons over there, and this pink color which is shown is all total the P-type, right? Now this is the metal that we have say attached to this surface. This is a metal, right? So this is metal. Then we are having the silicon dioxide layer. This say slight light yellow colored layer that we are having is of silicon dioxide, and the third one is the ohmic contact, or the contact that we are expected to be taken out of it for the connection, right? So this is going to connect the N. This is going to connect the another N type of material which we are calling here as source and drain, and the metal surface which is attached over here is called as the gate. Now the name, as you can see over here, so with the name, how the name is there, so the name can be kept as metal oxide semiconductor, right? So MOS, metal oxide semiconductor. Now, why it is called as enhancement? That is what we will study in the coming this. So we are having this type of a symbol. This is a symbol of the MOSFET. Now, what is it? The N channel MOSFET. Why? Because the channel which is supposed to be built up over here, the current through which we are expecting the channel through which the current is supposed to flow is due to this negative electrons, and therefore it is called as the N channel enhancement MOSFET. So the total name is N channel enhancement metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor. So the total name is like this. So the big name, right? So this is how. Now, what is this substrate? So since this substrate, a source and this substrate are being connected like this, so we are connecting this in symbol also. We are connecting it like this. So the total symbol of N-channel enhancement MOSFET is like this. Now, again, if you are able to see the direction of the arrow, so the direction of the arrow is the direction of flow of current, and as you can see, the direction is going to flow from P to N. So it is moving inside it, right? So we are having these three layers: the drain, the source, and a gate, and the substrate over here in between, right? So this substrate is going to make a pathway for the current to flow or for the charges to flow through that. So that is how it is called as N-channel MOSFET. Now we are having another one which we call it as the P-channel MOSFET. Now in that P-channel MOSFET, what we'll do, we'll have a N type of a substrate over here, and we'll have two small induced P-type material over here as a source and a drain, which are shown over here in this, and that we are going to call it as a P-channel enhancement MOSFET, and a symbol of that is shown over here in this say uh, right now. So this is the symbol for P-channel enhancement MOSFET, and this is for the N-channel enhancement MOSFET. I guess you have understood the basic structure of it. We are having a substrate. Then on that, P-type material is being grown, extrinsic semiconductor is being grown. Two N-type heavily doped materials are being induced in this P-type of a substrate. We call them as drain and source. And then we are having a silicon dioxide layer on that, and we have one metal which is placed at over here, and which we are calling it as the gate. Okay, so this is the basic structure of the N channel enhancement MOSFET. So I guess you have understood the basic structure of that, and accordingly we can design that for the P channel enhancement MOSFET, right? And why the name is given, that is all showed over here. So it is a metal, then we are having oxide layer over here, and this is actually the semiconductor. So we call it as a MOSFET, metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor, right? And we are having two MOSFET and E MOSFET. Those are N channel and P channel enhancement MOSFET. Okay, so how this is going to work? So that we are expecting to show, try to show you over here. So the basic uh, the operation of enhancement MOSFET, that is part one. So now how this enhancement MOSFET is being connected, as we have studied in field effect transistor, it is given a reverse bias so that the depletion layer increases. Similarly, in enhancement MOSFET also, we are going to have this type of a structure. Now, if you see in between these two N channels, we are having this green layer, which we are calling it as a depletion layer, and these positive ions, because this is all doped with a P type of a substrate. So we are having a positive holes over initially. Now, when we connect it like this, so a positive terminal is connected to gate, and the negative terminal is connected to the substrate. So if you are able to see, as we have connected the positive say terminal of the battery, the positive charges are going to be stored on this metal surface. So we are having the positive charges that are being stored over here, and indirectly, since we have connected it to a negative terminal, negative negative electrons are going to be deposited on the other side of that. Sorry, so I guess you are able to see. I will just repeat this. So what is this? This is what we are having. Initially, we are having positive holes over there due to this P type of substrate, which is in between these two. So as soon as we connect this with a power supply, while the battery of positive terminal is connected to the gate and the negative terminal is connected to the substrate. So during this, what happens? The positive charges are being stored on this, and this acts as a non-conducting medium, and accordingly the opposite charges are going to be came across this uh, say, substrate. So we are having a capacitance type of impact. We are having one plate as a metal and the other plate as the p-type substrate. So if positive charges are going to store on the upper side, then automatically the negative charges are going to be stored on the other surface of it. So we are having a capacitance type of a function over here. So positive charges over here and negative charges automatically come across here. So due to that negative electrons or negative charges, the current is supposed to flow. And this is called as the depletion layer. The green layer that we are having is called as the depletion layer or a space charge layer. Right? Now, again, if you are able to say this, if we increase this V2 is greater than V1, that V1, then what happens? The voltages will go and the depletion layer will go on increasing. Since we are connecting it to a reverse bias, the depletion layer, the width of the depletion layer will go on increasing. right? As shown over here. So if V2 is greater than V1, then the depletion layer will increase and negative charges be will came across here. And this negative charges by to the battery, if you increase that, so the negative charges from this battery are going to be deposited in this depletion layer, and this thin layer containing mobile electrons, minority carriers, is induced due to this increase in the reverse voltage, that we are going to increase the voltage across this. So earlier it was V1, now we have increased it to V2, and accordingly the reverse, due to this reverse negative polarity of the battery, negative electrons are going to be deposited on this thin layer. So we are going to have two layers like this. So the first layer, this thin layer containing mobile electrons that are minority charge carriers, is called as the inversion layer. Is it visible to you? So this thin layer containing mobile electrons, that those are actually minority carriers, is called as the inversion layer. So we are having this inversion layer because of the capacitance effect. So the positive charges are being deposited over here, and the negative charges are being deposited on the other sides of a capacitor, right? Like this. Now, if you increase further, V3 will be equal to VTH, where VTH is called as the threshold voltage, and which is supposed to be greater than again by V2. Then what happens? This depletion, this is a depletion layer which is formed over here due to this P-type and N-type material. So this depletion layer and the thin layer have this. So when the electron concentration in the new thin layer of the electrons is the same as the whole concentration in the substrate, we say that the inversion process has started. And the gate voltage corresponding to this situation is the threshold voltage, that is VTH, right? So accordingly, it should be noted that the inversion layer is like a new N-type region artificially created by the gate voltage. Okay, and due to this electrons, there is the current is going to supposed to be flown over there. So now if you are able to see, if you connect to drain and source, automatically the current will start flowing. So let us connect now. We are connecting the terminal to source to the terminal substrate like this. Okay, and we are going to connect a supply between the drain and the source, as we have done it in the early. So we connected a voltage source between the terminals drain and source. Now the current from the drain to source is going to flow through this. Now what happens to the ID current now? In this case, the ID current is supposed to flow because of by using this thin layer and the new layer which is formed over here, right? So we'll see that in this next. Yeah. So now there is N-type channel due to the inversion layer. So we are having two situations over here. We are having an N-type new layer form, and which will be functioning as a channel to pass the charges over. Right. This channel allows the current to pass from the drain terminal to the source terminal. Now with the low values of VDS, that is drain source voltage, very less than gate source voltage, the channel shape is uniform like this. अगर हम लोगों ने ये ऐसी सिचुएशन रखी कि VDS is very less than VGS gate voltage, right? So what happens? There is a ununiform charge, ununiform layer over there, and this is not in our syllabus. As you say, अगर हम लोगों ने इसको दे दिया तो automatically the current will start flowing. This is only the basic concept of that. So if the value of VDS approaches VGS, then the channel shape is not uniform anymore. And this is normal situation when the MOSFET is working in linear applications, which is very different from the case of switching applications of a transistor, right? So if you are able to see, the ID current starts flowing through that due to this channel of N-type. This is the simple basic concept of the enhancement MOSFET. And if you still further go on increasing the gate source voltage, more charges are going to be deposited on this gate, positive charges, automatically negative charges are being induced over here in this channel, and more current will start flowing through this ID. Okay, so that is how the drain current can be controlled. And now this is how we are going to enhance the current. That is, we are increasing the current. So therefore, it is called as enhancement type of MOSFET. Okay, So in the reverse form, when we have a depletion MOSFET, depletion metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor, then in that case, what we will do, we'll have again a N channel, N layer over here, and we'll have a reverse bias. Negative terminal is connected over here, and positive terminal is connected over here. So the negative charges are going to be deposited on this metal surface. Correspondingly, we'll have the positive charges which are being deposited on this side of the capacitor. And what happens to that? The current which is supposed to flow initially is being depleted, is being decreased, and therefore it is called as a depletion layer. So we are having two types of MOSFETs. One is called as the enhancement MOSFET, and the other one is called as the depletion MOSFET. I guess you have understood what I am trying to explain you. So this is the enhancement type of MOSFET because the current is being enhanced by increasing the gate source voltage. So as you go on increasing the gate source voltage, the positive charges which are being deposited over here, they are being increased automatically. Negative charges on the other side of this silicon dioxide layer is going to increase, and there will be more current supposed to flow through this drain, right? So due to that, we'll have maximum current flowing through that, and the current is being enhanced, and therefore it is called as the enhancement type N-channel enhancement type MOSFET, right? So this is for that, and the operation. The next is what we are having is the ID current. So if you do this, means if you are not applied anything on the gate, or you have applied uh, a ground to a gate, there is no charges which are going to deposit on this metal surface, and the IT current which is supposed to flow is approximately equal to 0. This is how is the case. So there are various chances. So this is how, since there is no charges which are being deposited on the gate, and automatically there are no electrons which are supposed to be built up or induced in this region, is does not going to change. Okay, so there is no current flowing through that. ID is approximately equal to 0. So the drain current ID is practically 0 when VGS equal to 0, because no channel exists between the drain and the source, right? The same occurs for any VGS which is less than the threshold voltage. So unless and until we are having a voltage which is equal to a threshold voltage, that then the ID current will remain equal to 0. So we have to give a gate substrate voltage higher than the threshold voltage. Unless and until we give that, we won't be able to uh, have the gate current flowing through that. So ID current remains 0 even if the gate source voltage is less than the threshold voltage, right? So we have some limitations over there. So, and then the next operation is the graphical analysis of this, say, graphical analysis of the working of MOSFET, right? So what we have done, we have connected is, as I've shown you, the drain source voltage is connected like this with a 10 volt, and we are expecting the drain current to flow from here to here, right? Drain to here, and due to this gate is applied the positive and negative terminals, so that positive charges are supposed to be deposited on this, and here we are going to have the electrons. As you are able to see, there is a gap. This indicates that whenever we are having a channel like this, uh, so there is no electron. So we are having a gaps over here, right? So these gaps are being shown in the symbol itself. So there are no current flowing through that since it is having gap. So as we have the charges which are being deposited over here, then automatically this gap is being filled and the current starts flowing. So this is actually the symbol of the FATE, MOSFET. So we are having 3 points. This is drain, this is source, and this is a substrate in between, which is which is stopping the current to flow from drain to source. As the gate's voltage is being increased, right? So more positive charges are supposed to be deposited on over here, and similarly, negative charges are supposed to be deposited on the other side, right? So this is the drain source voltage, and this is the gate source voltage, which will have a common substrate-like structure. Okay, if you try to see the graphical representation of this, so we'll come to know that the graph is being plotted between the drain source voltage and the ID current with constant, say, gate source voltage. So this is the load line that we have, and this point is called as the VGS is less than VTH, that is 2 volt, right? So if you further see for different gate source voltage, we can have the diagram like this. So as you increase, so we have increased it from 0 volt and then we have taken it to 2.5 volts. So we have this graph. Then from 3 volts, we'll have this. So initially, the current starts increasing and then it becomes constant. So similar is the case for 3.5, then 4, and say 4.5, and so on. So last is we are having this as the resistive behavior and this behavior as the current source. So we are having the current flowing through that. So the largest over here, and in the last region we'll have a open circuit type of a behavior. So this is actually the drain source characteristics of the E MOSFET and saddle MOSFET. So as you are able to see, as you go on increasing the gate source voltage, the drain current also increases, right? So we have increased the gate source voltage and drain current also increases. This is the basic concept of the MOSFET, right? So yeah, the another operation of enhancement MOSFET, that is a diode-like of a structure. So due to this, we can have diode combination. So P-type substrate and the N-type will form a power diode-like of a structure. So this is nothing but a parasitic diode between drain terminal and source terminal due to internal connection between the substrate and the source. So we are having an internal connection between substrate and source. So it forms like an imaginary parasitic diode, right? A virtual diode. I guess this much is enough for today's lecture. So thank you very much for joining. Uh, Please go through my YouTube channel and watch my videos, like, subscribe, and share my videos. Thank you very much. If you have any doubts, you can ask me on that. Do you have any doubts? Still, we are having 1 minute to go. Okay, so I guess there are no doubts. So let me conclude. Thank you very much for joining. I'll be uploading more videos of electronics on my YouTube channel. Please go through my YouTube channel, watch, share, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. Stay tuned. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe, take care. Bye. Have a nice time. Good day. See you in the next class with another lecture of electronics.